And thanks for being with us. I'm Lisa Washington in today for Heather Abraham. So glad that you're starting your morning with us here on PTL, and wait until you hear the special treat we have for you live in our studio this morning, especially if you are a fan of the Beatles, of Leonard Cohen, and the iconic folk singer Bob Dylan.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In that jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
Now that's how we're used to hearing the music of Bob Dylan, the voice of a generation, live on stage accompanying himself with guitar and harmonica, with audiences listening intently to his Pulitzer Prize-winning lyrics. But this week you can hear Dylan like you've never heard him before when 100+ members of the Mendelssohn Choir of Pittsburgh perform his music in a world premiere show called The Times They Are A-Changin. And members of the Mendelssohn are here in our studio to sing a song from the show for us in just a moment. First, though, let's find out about this mashup of Mendelssohn and folk music, how it came to be. We have the composer and conductor Steve Hackman here, and popular Pittsburgh musician herself, Liz Berlin, of Rusted Root fame. So welcome to the both of you. And I got to tell you, when I was reading the scripts for review, thinking the Mendelssohn Choir, the music of Bob Dylan, never would have thought about putting the two together.
Well, that's right. Well, we've done it. We've done it. Please come hear it.
Yes. Tell me, what were your thoughts in doing that? You know, we think classical music when we think of the choir, not necessarily the music of, a folk artist.
Sure. Well, I think what sets the stage for this performance and this kind of, this idea really was Bob Dylan receiving the Nobel Prize in Literature. Okay, so that was a very controversial decision, and it was kind of a shift for the Nobel Prize because you don't expect, I mean, he's a songwriter, he's a lyricist, he's a poet to many, but he's not a novelist. So here he is winning this prize, and that kind of opened up this conversation. I think it represents kind of the gap between high art and low art changing. So when you say you don't think of the Mendelssohn Choir singing this kind of music, well, you could say the same thing about the Nobel Prize. So
that's true too. And so your idea was to get this choir. I mean, talk about the dynamics involved in it. You know, many people know and love the voice of Bob Dylan. The choir in its own right is also great, but you're combining, two things that are totally different.
Well, definitely. And this was it was a challenge to write. It was a joy to write, and it'll be so much fun this week putting it together with the choir. Of course, in many ways, we're going to take advantage of what a choir can do and what this amazing choir can do as far as creating an epic, transformative sound. But then also in delivering some of Bob Dylan's most famous songs, we have to be careful to sing it in a style that is kind of a happy medium between his and ours. So that's one of the challenges we have.
And Liz, I was reading that you guys want this to be like a rock concert. We're talking about in Mr. Smalls.
Yeah. This is the first classical-ish type of production that we've had of this scale in Mr. Smalls Theater, and we're really excited just to hear the natural acoustics of the church building.
And talk about the history of Mr. Smalls for people who might not know. It's in Millville, but there may be some people who aren't familiar.
Yeah, Mr. Smalls is a concert venue in Millville, Pennsylvania. It's a former 18th century Catholic church that my husband and I bought some time back and turned into a rock club.
So when Steve came to you with this idea, you guys met, what were your first thoughts of having the choir there?
Oh, I thought it was brilliant from the start. I was very excited about it. I think that, sort of the merging of Bob Dylan's music with a typically classical, vocal ensemble, it's just right in line with kind of bringing them to a rock club. It's just yet another spectacular mashup, I think.
And we should point out, it's not just Bob Dylan. What else can people expect?
Absolutely. So the first half of the program is going to feature works that set texts of other Nobel Prize winners. So Matt Mahaffey, the wonderful music director of the Mendelssohn Choir, will conduct that half. That will include a world premiere by the Mendelssohn called We Are the Stars, as well as a couple other mashups that I wrote for the choir back when we performed together a couple of years ago. So it's a full program of music.
And I was going to say, you guys performed or will be performing another mashup at the Arts Festival, is that right?
I believe this show will have another outing there at the Three Rivers Arts Festival, yes.
Okay, and so you are known for these mashups. How did you get this idea of doing something like this? It's unconventional, but it works.
Well, in this case, I have to say that this was not my idea. This was brought to me. It was the Mendelssohn and Bob Moyer. They kind of cooked up the idea for the piece.
Yes.
And then the idea to be and Mr. Smalls and Liz's club. I mean, that was all the Mendelssohn trying to figure out how to sort of reinvent what they're doing and engage with new audiences. from my perspective, I knew that Dylan was a genius. I knew some of his music, but really this was an opportunity for me to delve deep into his repertoire and experience that music and live with it for months. And you know, I'm so thankful for that opportunity.
And what were the challenges of sort of designing or orchestrate, for lack of a better term, it for a choir? You're talking about, you know, one or a couple of voices, and now you have 100 members in a choir.
Well, there's a great benefit to having, you know, 100 voices and having this epic sound. You can take Dylan's melodies and harmonies, and you multiply them, and it turns into an aggregate that I think will be transformational and so emotional. But then there are challenges, because you think about songs like a Rolling Stone or Subterranean Homesick Blues, and you think, how is it possible to, you know, sync up 100 voices in these complex rhythms and the amount of words? So it was constantly kind of that balance between what a choir naturally does very easily,
yes,
but then also what is going to be maybe a challenge and a little bit outside of the style. But that's the point. I mean,
right.
Dylan changed his style constantly throughout his career and alienated his audiences. So I mean, we hope to not alienate anybody, but this will be different, of course.
And we don't think this will alienate anyone, right, Liz? I mean, you know the people who tend to come. This is a music performance venue. Can you imagine some of your regulars still coming to see this? But it will be different.
Yeah, I think that I'm hoping that we get a great mix of regulars from Mr. Small's audiences and Mendelssohn audiences.
Well, Liz and Steve, thank you guys so much for joining us. I can't wait to hear this. Stay with us. We'll take a quick break, and we will be back to hear a song from Bob Dylan, The Times They Are A-Changin', by members of the Mendelssohn Choir. Don't miss this preview of the world premiere performance. That's when PTL comes right back.